Y'all may know, some of you know, I do stand up, and I thought it was really brave that Zoe asked me to give a speech tonight, but we're not doing that tonight, okay? But I do want to say, that when they first started dating, and I may or may not have been stalking online to see who this guy was, I found this post that he had that had a picture of Zoe in this white puffy jacket that she used to wear, and a picture of the Michelin Man, and it said, "Who wears it better?" And I'm like, I like him. Yeah. So, yeah. And just one other thing, I'm wearing contacts instead of my regular glasses, so I hope I can see. So I'm so happy that all of you are here, all these beautiful people in this room, family, friends here to celebrate the love and commitment of Zoe and Trent. Some of you have traveled a long way. Bienvenidos de mi familia de Mexico. Thank you. But we have people from all over the country who have come here to celebrate with us. And although it's beautiful outside right now, earlier today not so much, but the weather did throw a curveball, but I think there's always a bright side, even when the clouds are gray all around us. In some traditions, the rain on a wedding day brings cleansing and ridding of all the bad things that may have happened in the newlywed's life and starting anew. So you have a fresh start today. And of course, the best stories come from when things happen that are not planned. So you guys have stories from today of things that were not exactly planned, although pretty much everything has been beautiful. When I first met Trent, before the Michelin Man, when I first met Trent, I wasn't too sure about him. He was so nice. I was raised on suspicion and sarcasm. And I didn't quite know what to make of somebody that was this nice. I was a little suspicious. But it turned out that he really is this nice and patient and kind. I can't look at them. And helpful and tall, which is really important with the helpful part. We've been able to create some space in our garage because we don't need a ladder anymore. Zoe has always been very selective in the people that she spends time with. She's never been one to, as my mother likes to say, suffer fools gladly. So when she brought Trent home, I should have known to trust her judgment. But, Trent, I do feel that I must tell you that you were not her first choice. When she was little, she used to tell me that I was her bestie, and that when she grew up, she wanted to marry me. I concede victory to you. Her heart is yours, but always remember, I had it first. Zoe and I have always loved to travel. And I'm happy that Zoe and Trent have that passion as well. We have crossed states and borders and oceans, but some of my fondest memories are from the times that we have spent at Disney. When Zoe and I go to Disney, we're kind of obnoxious. We tend to run from place to place, frantically grabbing the fast passes, perhaps pushing people out of the way. And while this may be perfectly fine for the Magic Kingdom, Zoe and Trent do not go through life this way. Go slow. Enjoy the present moment. Don't rush to get to the rides. You can do it. Life will push quickly on its own. There are so many pieces of advice that I could give you about marriage. I've done it a couple of times. learned so much. You need love, of course, and patience and kindness, trust and compromise, sometimes. Your marriage is not a competition. You do not always have to be right, even when you are. Learn to, sorry. Yes. Learn to let go of the things that won't matter an hour from now, tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, next year. But something that I think is very important for a marriage is balance. I was going to say that marriage is like each of you standing on a seesaw. But the last time Zoe did that, she broke her arm, and we're not going to go there. Except that's exactly what it is. You have to support each other and yourself at the same time. Sometimes things are going steady, and sometimes you need to pay more attention. You need to know who you are and be true to yourself, but you also need to be able to put yourselves in each other's shoes. You need to own your own voice and use it, but sometimes bite your tongue to keep the peace. You need to develop your goals and passions together, and also follow your own passions and know what it is that makes you, you. So to bring this all home, I want you to know that I have consulted with some people who write better than I do, and my last pieces of advice, I'd like to share their words to do that. So first of all, remember to keep communication open. Trent, tell her about it. Tell her everything you feel. Give her every reason to accept that you're for real. And Zoe, remember that your home with Trent in it is your sanctuary. And so in the words of Taylor Swift, they said the end is coming. Everyone's up to something. You find yourself running home to his sweet nothings. So here's wishing you a long life together full of love, happiness, and adventure. And if you know me, you know I could not end this without a little Green Day. So, in the words of Billy Joe Armstrong, it's something unpredictable, and in the end, it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. Here's to Zoe and Trent.
Okay, so up next we have